Alright Guardians, this is our weekly solo player's guide to the Nightfall. If you're new to the channel, we do this every single Tuesday and Wednesday, usually as long as I get them done, with all three classes, Warlock, Hunter, and Titan. This is our Warlock variant for the first time in like 3 weeks. So if you need a Hunter or Titan, look in the description box down below. I may or may not have those guided for you tomorrow, which is Wednesday. But this, like I said, is our Warlock variant. So as far as setup goes, of course we're rocking Feather Devils and Manananan. Now I know a lot of people still don't have Whisper of the Worm. I do have some recommendations for you. Telesto is extremely good. Darcy, I'm not a fan of. Like as you can see, it's just doesn't do a lot of damage, even with the this thing, the Catalyst. But I haven't really done too much extensive testing on that or whatever. Prospector is actually pretty decent. I actually really like it, especially after the buff it got. I wish it would get a Catalyst, but as of yet, it does not. So it is pretty good. It got buffed a few months ago actually, and I like it. I like the changes that they made to it. And then Telesto, it won't work on the boss. You have to get way too close on the boss. I was trying to end like a heroic strike the other day, and I just fell off the edge of it. So yeah, but as far as like the mini boss Minotaurs, hit him with this and then your super, or a good like void weapon, void energy weapon. It would be very nice. And then we use Athenian Aspect for some of the strike, and then up until the boss fight we use Scowl of Dire Hamkara, which is like a nerfed version of Obsidian Mind from Destiny 1. So every kill you get with your super will give you a little bit extra super ability energy back. It's not anywhere near Obsidian Mind. Like I think I killed like 10-12 enemies at one time with the super, and I got about half. So I do wish that would get buffed a little bit. But then also, if you're trying to get your Solstice rekindled armor, make sure you switch that back at the boss fight, just so you don't forget to throw it on. You don't have to do it all over again. But yeah, other than that, let's go ahead and rock this guide. Alright, so once you get here, there's as soon as you spawn in, there's going to be about 10 Vex Goblins. None of them are elites or anything. They're just really easy to go through. Just kill all of them, and then you're going to go directly into the Infinite Forest. And so we're going to skip that part because it is somewhat randomly generated. There's like one of like 10 things you can get in each section. So just be aware, like you either skip everything, kill everything, it doesn't matter. The only thing at the beginning and at the very end, there's going to be one of those Cyclops things and like 6 goblins, and at the very end there's going to be 2 Cyclops and again 6 goblins. And like I said, you can either run past them or you can kill everything. But other than that, we'll get right to where we can actually guide this video. So as soon as you get here, you can either do just like the Infinite Forest, kill everything, or skip everything. If you want to skip everything, I would suggest you have your super, but if you already got it, go to the far right and just run across that area, and you can go all the way down to the jump like cannon thing. Otherwise, there are going to be a bunch of goblins. I think there's 2 or 3 that are elites. And then there's going to be, I think, 2 Minotaurs. I do not think either of them are elites, but I did skip both of them, so I can't say for sure. But so just be aware of that. You will be able to pick up some power ammo from here. So you know, just keep that in mind. And then as you can see, we just run past everything else. On this little area, there's going to be like 5 harpies. Just go ahead and take all of them out. Shouldn't take you more than like a minute. And then just shoot that cube, and then hop on the cannon jump thing, and we'll get on to the next section. As soon as you get here, there's going to be 2 harpies and 2 hobgoblins. They're both red bar health enemies. Go ahead and kill both of them, and then immediately, like as soon as these 4 enemies are dead, run to the back of this area, like you'll see me do right here. There's going to spawn in, I think there's some more harpies and a hydrant. You can skip those completely, and you do want to, just for time's sake, and maybe your sanity's sake, because if you die at any point before you get past this section, you'll have to start it all over from where you enter the infinite past. Once you get here though, pop your devour, throw your super just like so, help it out, get that guy down as quick as possible, and then run back here, and then with your devour still active, it should re-roll every 9 seconds. As long as you get a kill in that 9 seconds, and you'll get your health back immediately. It's great. So that is the bottom attunement. I don't think we went over that at the very beginning, but go for the bottom attunement, and you'll get Devour, and that's really what we're going for in this strike with a Warlock. So I like to just kill everything here. There are going to be several elites. There's like 2 or 3 on top of the mini boss. So just take your time. Let the Devour perk do its thing. It ran out, of course. That took too long. But go ahead and just hide behind these rocks. You can stay pretty decently safe. Just make sure you also switch from your primary to your kinetic, or your kinetic to your energy weapons. That way you'll get that ammo flowing back and forth. And then once everything here is dead, go ahead and shoot the cube. And in the next section, there was going to be 3 hobgoblins, one of which is going to be an elite. The elite's in the far back on the stairs. And then 2 harpies to your left. Go ahead and kill all of them. And then once you get close enough, it's about the middle of the room, there is going to spawn in, I think they're 2 goblins. I kill them pretty quick, so I'm not too sure about that, to be honest. But after them, there's also going to be 4, I think there's 4 harpies. It's either 4 goblins or 4 harpies, one of which is going to be an elite. And you can just take them out really quick. I wouldn't even worry about them, to be honest. Like, as long as you have an arc energy weapon, and we are going to be switching back and forth between Void and Arc, so you will want to bring with you either 2 Manananans, or, like, honestly, 2 scout rifles, 1 with Void and 1 with Arc. But as you can see, those guys went down really quick. Go ahead and take this guy down, pick up whatever ammo drops, and then once you hit about here on the stairs, there's going to spawn in about 5 of the fanatics, and those are just the dudes that explode. Go ahead and take them all out, and then once you hit the top of the stairs, there's going to be a bunch of enemies. There's going to be 2 Minotaurs, one of which will be elite, but he'll also hide towards the back of the room. And then there's just going to be a bunch of goblins, I think a couple of hobgoblins. See, I got about half my super back there. Not super great, but we make it do. But so just pretty much stay back here. And I believe this is where we switch over to our Void weapon. But once you kill everything here, like I said, just stay in the back until everything in this room is dead. And then just kill the cube, and then we'll move on into the next section. Once you're here, run immediately towards that mini boss, shoot the cube, and then run all the way back. I like to do this fade away with my super. That way he's taking a decent amount of damage. So when I peek, he should be ready to die. I just waste this shot here. 2 shots. But he'll drop some power ammo, so it's alright. And then there's also going to be 3 Minotaurs in the back, 2 of which are elites. I believe it's just 2 of them. I don't think all 3 are elites. Or maybe they are. And then 2 Hobgoblins. As you see, I just take them out. And with the Whisper. And then I just move on with my life, because it's that amazing of a gun. But then kill everything in this room. Shoot the cube, jump up the stairs, and we'll move on yet again to the next section. Once you're here, I like to hide behind this beam. The enemies will start spawning in or like teleporting to where you see them here. There's just a bunch of them, so honestly, just stay behind cover and you'll just be just fine. Like as you see, I'm not even hardly taking much damage. But like, go ahead and just pick up your stuff, and then up here there's going to be, I think there's 2 Hobgoblins and 1 Minotaur and another like handful of enemies. Save your super if you got it. You're going to want it for the next section. Alright, you can skip this top section. I would recommend killing at least all the goblins first. But you can jump over that that little area to our right, and then jump up onto the teleporter. I don't. I just kill everything because, just why not? But you can do it, and you won't really have to worry about taking too much damage, because by the time you get up there, you're already up and gone. But once you get into this next section, there's going to spawn in another 4 or 5 fanatics, and then once you kill them and move a little bit further into the room, there's also going to be 3 or 4 hobgoblins stationed at different points. You want to take them out before moving too close, too far into the room. And then there's also going to spawn in, again, about 5 or 6 harpies. This is where you want to switch back over to your arc, and then we're going to switch again back to void. But once you take everything out here, and you take out all the harpies, a bunch of enemies are going to spawn in, including the mini boss. Run immediately as quick as possible into the dome where the cube is. Shoot the cube and then come running back here. If you can, hit the mini boss with your super, but if not, don't die over it. But what you want to do is just pretty much like you see me doing here, but just with all the other enemies. There's going to be like 3, I think there's 3 Minotaurs, and then on top of the mini boss, and then there's just going to be a bunch of goblins, and I think maybe 1 hobgoblin spawns in. So just be careful with all of them. But then once they're dead, We're actually going to skip the next section because you can. I'm not going to skip it. You'll see what I do. But we're going to skip that because you don't have to kill anything. And we'll get to the boss fight. Alright, so this boss fight is exactly why I hate this strike. It is difficult. It is extremely difficult. But what you want to do is go ahead and pop the cube, and then stand about right there. There's going to spawn in 4 goblins, 2 on each side of the map. Just go ahead and kill them before you do any damage. And then, instead of using your super or your power ammo to power through this first chunk of the boss's health, what I like to do is just slowly plink at it away until the first wave of enemies spawns in, which I think is a total of 8 goblins. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 8 goblins. And then I kill all the goblins, and then I blast them with, I think, 6 shots. I think I can get in 6 shots. Maybe it's only 3 with the Whisper. But, you know, just rock 'em with your power ammo until he starts circling around, at which point more ads are going to spawn in. I believe it's like 4 hobgoblins and 4 goblins. Go ahead and pop your Devour when that happens. That way, because they are going to rock your health pretty hard. So at least that way you'll get instant full health back as soon as you kill one. And you're going to want to kill these guys really quick. So as you see here, just bam, bam, bam. That's what you want to be doing. Take as much cover as needed. I would recommend only taking 3 shots with the Whisper, because as you see, the boss will just keep rotating into the next cycle of enemies. which gets really rough if you're not quick enough with that Devour. And as long as you keep getting those kills with the Devour, it will regen your grenade. But save your super for the mini boss. And you want to make sure all these enemies are dead that you see me shooting here. You do not want any of these guys shooting at you with the boss also shooting at you. That's just like a no-go. So what I like to do is once all the outside dudes are dead, go ahead and kill these guys. Hopefully you still got Devour going. Either that or have a grenade. As you can see, I'm kind of searching. I got one guy left I've missed. So I'm just going to go outside, peek a little bit, and then get right back in this bubble. The mini bosses won't shoot you as long as you're in this bubble. So if you need to wait a couple seconds for your super, do it. Make sure everything's reloaded, and then blast them with your super. Hit them with your whatever weapon you want to rock. And then we're going to kill these two guys right here. They're both elites. If you can get both of them, great. One of them, I think in this run, was hiding from me, making it really damn difficult to get him. As you see here, he's not poking out either way. So what I do is, what you shouldn't do is I risk my health for that power ammo, and then I just take off. You want to go back around the outside, but if you want to risk getting power ammo, that's fine too. But I would recommend staying on the outside of the area, and then kill these three dudes, and just like before, make sure that guy's dead. Make sure everything's reloaded. You're not going to have a super this time, so what you're going to want to do is the boss is going to wake up. Try and get this guy down. If you miss your shots like I do, I missed every single precision shot there. Just run across the edge of the map. Get to some cover. And then as you see, I just blast him away. And then the boss will start moving. Once the boss starts moving, at this point it will trigger his secondary attack, which is a like a void ball. It will slow you down similarly to a tether, but you're able to like move away. As you see, that's it there. As long as you're behind some cover, you should be just fine. And just like at the very beginning of the boss fight, we're just going to plink away at its health until the first wave of enemies spawns in. And once they spawn in, there's going to be 4 goblins and 4 fanatics. Those will be split up on either side. So just make sure you're prepared for that. They will kind of meet in the middle if you're not fast enough. But once they're dead, just go to town with if whatever power ammo you're rocking. Whisper, like I said, is pretty much my go-to weapon at this point. So go to town with that if you can, if you have it. Otherwise, Telesto, whatever, just rock the boss down with your power ammo, and then it will go to the next 2 mini bosses, the next 2 minotaurs that you see in the room. Instead of goblins this time, you will get 2 harpies in each bubble, and then 2 elite harpies in the middle. You want to take them out as they're coming out, like you see me do here. If you can get the elite ones, I really would suggest it before the mini bosses start coming out of the orbs and they start shooting at you. But if you can't, that's fine. As you see here, I can't get it done. Just do like you did before. Hopefully you have your super again. You should have it by now. If you don't, and you need to wait a few seconds, do it. Make sure you hit him like a full impact like you just saw me do. Pop your rift if you have to. I would recommend healing rift for this entire strike. And then once that second one is dead, come along here. I would suggest, again, going around the other side, but I'm going for that power ammo. So kill these 2 harpies, and then we're just going to do the exact same thing as the last one again. So here we go. Make sure everything's reloaded. Pop the cube, and then try and hit those precision shots if you're whispering. Telesto, like I said, to make it a lot easier. And then just, you know, use Devour if you have to. And bam! Once that guy is dead, the boss will start moving again. Here's where you want to start really taking the boss down. You will spawn in some enemies here, and I believe they're all goblins. I could be wrong about that. But if you have Devour, I would recommend popping it, because here the boss is just going to continuously rotate. If you're quick enough, you'll only get this one spawn that you just saw me deal with. If you're not, there's going to be multiple waves of enemies. The last 2 or 3 will include minotaurs, and it gets really, really rough. So as these going around, try your best to just rock them down with your power ammo. If you don't, and you have to deal with the ads, leave your super for those minotaurs. It'll get really rough really quick. So just save your Devour and your Healing Rift for like emergencies. And other than that, that's going to do it for this video. If it helped, look in the description box down below and hit those other links if they're there. Hit the like button. Stay positive, be happy, be healthy, live long and prosper, and have an amazing week. Good luck on your Solstice of Hero armor runs.
Do you feel it? The light is back. We're back. Eyes up, Guardian.